I'll pray for you, you pray for me. With God on our side, we'll always be in love. Walk in love. As long as we stay, we will remain in His love.
In His love.
Trust and obey. For all our days, 28 days of love.
You and me forever.
Forever.
Together we will be forever.
Together we will weather
every storm. I celebrate you
for today.
and for these 28 days.
Of love. I'll pray for you, you pray for me. With God on our side, we'll always be in love. Walk in love. As long as we stay, we will remain in His love.
In His love.
Trust and obey. For all our days, 28 days of love.
Forever.
Forever.
Together we will be forever.
Together we will weather
every storm. I celebrate you
for today.
and for these 28 days. I will celebrate our love.
28 days of love.
Conversation with our son.
Right.
On
We got
tonight.
we got the brothers in the house.
Conversation with our sons.
Put a little
As
bass-
you saw yesterday,
put a
we had the.
little bass in
Oh
your voice.
my
Put a little bass in your
God.
voice. You got the brothers.
My
Bass in
God.
your voice. You got the brothers in there.
As you saw, we had conversations with our daughters yesterday,
Yes.
and it was so wonderful. And now we're moving on to hear from our sons.
With the real talk. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
wait, hold on, girls, you hear him? So anyway, it's 28 Days of
man.
Love. We're so excited.
Yes,
This is
yes.
day 3. Our sons are here. We'll be on tonight at 6:30 on Launch with Kim and Dr. Newt on
So
Facebook.
you'll be able to get a different perspective tonight from the males'
That's
standpoint
true.
of any
That's
impact that marriages have had on their choices and how they're operating in their marriages. And you'll be able to, be more present for your children and guide them as they move into that phase of their life. So we think this is a very, very, very important.
It is.
I'm just so thankful that our children are willing to do this. This is priceless.
All right, so we'll see you tonight right here at Launch.
Launch
with Kim and-
360.
with Kim and Dr. Newt on
Launch
Facebook.
on Facebook.
And on YouTube, Launch 360 Space TV. And so we'll see you tonight
6:30 p.m.
for 28 Days of Love. Okay, guys.
Well, welcome.
Okay, there we go.
In,
welcome in. Welcome to 28 Days of Love.
Can't hear y'all.
Can't hear us? Can you hear us, Newt?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear us? Okay, that's your settings. You got the right.
I can't hear them.
Oh, he can hear me, but he can't hear you.
You can't hear us, Doobie?
I don't know. I can't hear them talking right now.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Maybe go out and come back in.
I'm going to text you.
All right, give us a second to get this set up.
We can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you. All right. But you can hear it. He said he could hear the music before.
No, he can hear Newt.
Newt, ask him if you can hear you. Please.
Dude, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can't hear us.
Me. Yeah.
That's interesting. I don't know what that's about.
Maybe go out and come back in.
Yeah,
go out. Kai couldn't yesterday either.
What's that?
You probably should go out and try to come back in, and maybe that'll work.
Or use Bluetooth headphones and turn the sound up.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. Your sisters are like, what's up, brothers? Good morning. Good morning. I'm so used to us coming on the morning. Good evening. Yeah, we're usually on at 5 a.m., but good evening to everybody. Welcome in. Hi, Latessa. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hi, Miss Latanya's back. That's Doobie's mother-in-law. Kai is on. Hey, Kai. Kai. Hello. Nikki Davis. Hey, girl. Tanya Thompson says she's ready to be blessed. I know we were so blessed last night.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, right, there we go. Look, somebody was like, turn up your volume, dude. Hey, Tori. She said, it's that Boost Mobile. You know, that's what happens with the siblings. They always doing something extra.
She tried to say you had an Obama
She tried to say you had that a Boost Mobile, dude. She's a mess. Oh, well, it's so good for you all to be back with us today. We thank you for joining us. I know there are so many things happening tonight. There's services, the Wednesday night Bible studies, and different things that people are happening, but we're so glad that you joined us.
There's something super special happening
Super
tonight.
duper.
Yeah, the superstars.
The superstars.
Superstars' birthdays
tonight. Oh, yes, our grandbaby. We got a grandbaby that turned 16 today.
Yeah.
So both of my sons that are on have 16-year-old daughters.
Yep. Wow.
Crazy.
Sound crazy.
It does. It does.
Both of them. 16-year-old daughters.
Remember them in the living room, baby diapers together.
Baby diapers.
Yeah. So JJ the Beta, 16 tonight. So that means that that Doobie's gonna have to probably jump off a little early because he has
that baby plays basketball.
Yeah, he gotta take care of the birthday night. So we're just gonna jump right on in. If you were here with us last night, we talked to our daughters, and what we're trying to focus in on by talking with our children is kind of, what is their view on marriage, and how did them being in this household or any household, any marriage they've seen impact their views on marriage? What are some of the things they do? And give us some tips, some advice, because we're trying to get better. So we watching the better version of us.
Yes.
So we can get better. Right?
That's the truth.
So I don't know. Let's just kind of jump right in. I don't know. Do you guys want to do introductions? You just want to start talking?
Yeah.
I say let's just go.
He's going to be like that. Let's just get it done.
It's all good. Don't matter to me.
All right. So I'm gonna ask you a question. We kind of started off with the girls yesterday, and Tori kind of gave us a really good answer. So I'm kind of throwing the challenge out there. Challenge, right? Do you think that it is necessary for people to see good marriages, good, strong, healthy marriages?
Absolutely. I'd say just because I'm in the coaching field and I'm around a lot of younger kids where I help, train them in, sports. And I've seen situations where like I used to drive kids to and from practice. I would pick up 4 or 5 kids at a time. take them to practice, take them home, sometimes feed them. And that was because their home environment wasn't that good.
Right.
And then you look up years later, and some of those kids turned out to be in jail,
Right. Right.
getting arrested, being killed, even killed. So, and then you see the other
Wow.
kids that had the home environment where they had the mom and dad there. They was around for everything. They, put in good things into their life,
Right.
and
Right.
they're thriving. You know what I mean? So, I think for the way the future needs to be, the marriage at home has to be very very stable. So
I love that. I love that. So just before you jump in, Newt, so it sounds to me like Doobie, you're saying that the marriage, you're implying that a good portion of the marriage is not really about, it's about what's coming next.
It's not
Yeah.
necessarily the husband and wife. It's about what the benefits of the children.
right,
Wow.
because that's what runs the world. Like once we're gone, they're here. So it's like
Right.
you got to keep the thing moving. You know what I'm saying? It's a train. Everybody got to give them pain and do their part. So
I love that. I love that. I love that. I wonder if that's a motivator for anyone else. You know,
It sounds like the Miles Monroe thing.
like this is bigger than me. Yes.
Yep, the Miles Monroe, his message, and I've been saying this almost each night. He says the marriage isn't necessarily about the husband and wife, but it's about the future to come, the children. So what you said pretty much just supported that.
So if you quit on that, you quit on what's coming next.
On what's coming next.
right, and you're not giving them a chance to be the best they can be.
Right, right. I love it.
Like
I love it.
How about you, Newt?
Well, I think I agree to an extent with some pieces of it. I think I agree with the reasons why most people, not just Doobie and not just the things that you read or hear on Instagram about why marriage is important to see. I think I agree with those things. I think that the other part is, or the contrary rather, is what people forget to mention, that sometimes seeing a bad marriage, an unhealthy marriage, is also beneficial for you to see or experience, for you to grow and to develop what your idea of marriage is. And the reason I would say that, even if we use Doobie's analogy with football, I've had some good coaches, I've had some bad coaches, right? Teaching, I've had some great teachers, I had some not so good teachers. But what happened is I grew up to coach, I grew up to teach, I grew up to parent. So I started to see, okay, these are the pieces of this leader that I want to adopt or emulate.
That's a good point.
Into my marriage. So, but these are pieces that I don't feel like they're healthy, right? But I do agree. I think that when people do experience healthy marriages, especially as children, they get better grades, they're less stressful, their behavior's better, they grow up to be successful. The statistics show that. But I think the contrary is also beneficial for you to see and to learn.
And I think, thank you for saying that, because it was really kind of a setup question so that we could pull both sides of the fence out, and that's exactly what happened. So as to kind of follow that up, either of you, how would you define a good, healthy marriage?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
It doesn't look the same.
I'm sure I'm going to miss some pieces, right? Because, long day of work, and I'm not going to, hit it the nail on the head. But I would say like a few things that should be present in a healthy marriage. For me, number one is your actual attraction to your partner.
Okay.
Right? Your physical attraction, your emotional attraction, your compatibility. Those things are important. And just to be like-minded, right? For me, religion is a big thing because that's sort of the crux or the foundation of our marriage. So if those two things differ, it almost can't be healthy, because we can't move forward on certain things. We can't make decisions because our foundation's different, right?
Right.
So those things are important. And then you have a long laundry list of things that just can't be there. In my opinion, right? Yeah. One of the biggest things, just put it all out there, abuse cannot be there. Whatever your agreement is on how your relationship works, as far as infidelity or commitment to each other, can't be broken. Those promises, that trust factor can't be destroyed. And if it is, I think it's not that it can't be repaired, but it just makes it that much harder
Right.
to overcome those things. So again, I told you I might miss some things, but it's just my initial thoughts on what.
Well, we just talking. We just talking.
How about you, Dude? What do you say?
So-
I love that, Newt.
So for me, some of the things that he pointed out as well, but to me, communication it kind of creates the whole base for the relationship. And sometimes it's all about the glitz and glitter, but sometimes you have to look at it as you got to be with someone that you're okay with disagreeing with,
Yep.
because you're not always going on the same page. I'm gonna have my views, she's gonna have her views, but you got to be able to be on the same page with saying, okay, we can agree to disagree. How are we moving forward now?
Yes.
Without it turning into something dramatic or, abuse, like he was pointing out, verbal or physical. So I think that's one of the biggest things for me is like communication and having an understanding of what you guys are trying to do, what you guys are trying to stay away from. And that's what I would say.
Yeah.
Now, these are excellent points.
Yeah,
Excellent
they're so
points.
smart.
I really like that. Just that last point of what you're trying to stay away from. I think there's power in that, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And that kind of goes back to the first point that I was making when you see unhealthy things,
Right.
And you have to know what those unhealthy things are, what they look like, feel like, smell like, so that you can recognize when you're straying away from what is healthy. Yeah.
Love it. In math, because I know both of you are good math, that's called proof by contradiction.
Yeah.
Proof by contradiction. So having said that up, I was kind of set this up so we all spent some time in 778, right?
That's the spot, baby.
Yeah.
What did he say?
That's the spot. You know what I mean?
Right. 778 had it was a roller coaster, man.
It was a roller coaster.
778, Kim and I, we got married. We met each other, what was it, April or May? We was married in September.
We met each other on Easter Sunday, and we were married 4 months or so later.
Not a lot of time. I still knew her representative. She knew my representative.
Yeah.
We had children that we brought together. So there wasn't a lot of we weren't real wise in how we did marriage. So we
didn't understand covenant.
Right. So in the middle of that, there was a lot of and you guys know this. I'm saying this for people who are listening. Right. In the middle of that, there was a lot of growth and maturity that had to happen. I'm speaking for myself. I was still in many aspects a boy. And then here we have children and a wife and the expectations. So we had some ups and we had some downs. We had a lot of fun though. Right. So, but given all that, and now that you have defined, let's say a healthy marriage or unhealthy marriage, you defined the need or lack of need, or how you're going, your vantage point, what you can draw from a good or a bad marriage. Let's talk about 778, right? Let's talk about it, and I'm trying to frame it in a positive way, because I don't want you to be uncomfortable, and I don't want to be uncomfortable either. Because most of the problems that happened in 778 was mine.
They were not.
I was at the bottom of it. I was at the bottom of the pile.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, I was at the bottom of the pile. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Right, but there was some from any of the glows or grows that you can envision from what you saw in Kim and I, how we related as married, related as parents, or just kind of running the household. Talk about some of those glows or grows and what you've adjusted or adopted, in your marriages.
Okay, so I'll start off by saying I've watched you guys figure it out. And that's probably the most I can take from that situation. Is there's so many ups and downs in life in general, but then you see a marriage that you see love, you see upset, you see hurt, you see all types of things, and being able to cipher through that to find your way to where you are today, that's part of the glow that I see with my own situation. I always want to make sure I fall back on, okay, this can happen wrong, but how do I still keep pushing forward to where I'm trying to get to?
Yeah.
And seeing a lot of those trials and tribulations kind of helped me, like this. It's all leading back to what Nuke said earlier, honestly. Seeing the bad and seeing the good, and you know what I mean, to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but then there was some things that you guys did that in the moment that I thought was kind of like, what is that about?
Right.
That I now I understand completely. so one thing I'll point out is well, two things. I'm sorry, two things I point out. I won't be long with it. But how you guys didn't you guys kept us a little sheltered. Not to the point of like you can't do anything, but okay, you could do this, but there's a cutoff time. Like, okay, you can go over there, but 8:00. Dang, my bell's gonna be till 10. 8:00. You got to be back. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I go. You know, now having kids and you look at it, it's like the world kind of has their own way of moving.
Yeah.
So trying to protect your kids from those things is what you guys were doing. In the moment, I wasn't paying attention to that. I'm just like, man, I'm trying to be out here with the bruhs. You know what I'm saying? And then there was something that Big Newt did a lot. He would put the bills on the table. And I used to be like, why is he doing that? Like, I ain't got no money to pay these bills. Like, you know, but in reality, it's like he was just trying to show us, like, hey, this ain't cheap what we're doing here.
It costs you something.
Like, we got to do a lot to provide this stuff for y'all. So I don't need, like, subconsciously he's saying, don't be complaining about some things because I'm doing X, Y, and Z to try to make sure y'all guys got all this stuff up here. You know what I'm saying? And seeing it now, it's like, it makes so much more sense. And that helped me grow as far as a man, as far as knowing what comes first, what I need to put into my own kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was major for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow.
I could just let our kids talk the whole time. So I'm gonna go ahead.
I know for me, and I want to frame this the right way. There wasn't a lack of accountability on either side, right? From mom, from dad, there wasn't. If there was a mistake that was made, if there was something that needed to be discussed or just brought to the table, I feel like from my perspective, it was brought, right? What that did for me is that helped me become a better man, a better leader, a better dad, because it showed me that through all of the ups and downs, as you describe it, right? The roller coaster, to me, that's perfect, right? To me, that's a perfect marriage. It is the ups. It is the downs. It is the coming back to apologize. Right. It is the getting upset and moving over here. It is the disagreements or those things. That stuff makes the perfect marriage. So that's one, right? The other thing that I feel like you guys did well, and I don't know if you meant to do it, if you grew to learn to do it, or if I only see it from my perspective. Right. I'll be interested to hear from my brother and at some point my sisters. But what I think you guys did that I do now is, and it's going to sound terrible, but I put my kids second. My kids aren't first. Yeah. Right? Because at some point, he leaving. She's leaving. You know what I mean? They're getting their own family. It's going to be me and this woman in this house trying to figure this out. So I think what happened was at some point, from what I remember from 778, and I actually could describe the day, I won't, but describe the day that I could clearly see, okay, it's not me and my dad. It's my dad and his wife. And I'm their child, right? That they're trying to grow and to make into a better leader, into a better man, into a student, into an athlete, into a dad. Like it was a point where I could see, okay, there's no teams here, right? And we are a blended family. It was one unit, but these two were going to be together. And for me, that's super powerful. I have a daughter that doesn't live with me, so that's important for me. to show her that, to show the 2 children that live with me, to show my wife that it's going to be me and her, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just us.
Wow. Wow.
That's so, it blows my mind, the things that you guys are saying, the accountability piece. Newt, you mentioned, Tori mentioned the exact same thing yesterday. And the thing about the us together.
They was the 2 road buddies.
And those were the 2, crossing the highways, brother and sister. But it's so funny. But even the conversation about it being us 2, because the kids are going to go off, we had those same conversations yesterday. So your siblings are seeing it the way you all see it. And you're right, Newt. It was done on purpose, definitely for me, because Newt would always say, we raise them to go. Because we were going to be here to stay. And we were learning each other. Like I ain't know him. He did not know me. I just know I loved him.
I didn't even know me.
Yeah, I didn't know me either. And I started learning more about me. And we were saying yesterday how marriages begin. Many times you go to counseling, and then you come to the marriage, and then you birth children. No, ours was totally backwards. Yeah. We got married, we brought children, and after our kids were gone, we went to counseling. So the thing was so backwards, but it taught us something. And what God did is he, like I said yesterday, he's very funny. He used it now for us to tell other people, look, this is how we did this thing. And you can make this a little bit easier if you walk through us. But know this, the truth is that marriage is not and glisten, glitter. And no, you got some rough times. There's going to be days when you're not going to agree. But if you agree that you're going to be together and you love each other regardless, then you can make this thing work. And you're right. That is perfect.
So some of the intentional things that we did do, so Newt, that is one of them. We try to put each other first, but intentionally also we were in that investment mindset that whatever it takes for you all to be better than us, then that's what we were going to do. And I see that in all of you. You 2,
how
all
you
the
take
girls,
care of your wives. I just love it.
I see that like it's. I don't even know how to say it. It's like glowing, with your wives, and then for your children. Like, there's nothing that I don't believe you all would do. You
wouldn't do for your babies.
Cut off your arm and sew it on them if they needed it,
Yeah.
And so those were some of the things that we did intentionally. But to hear you have picked that up, that does my heart good.
It does.
But that's not what this is about. We want you.
Well, I think for people who have children, Newt and I mentioned yesterday, we would have our family meetings, but there were certain conversations that we did not have. And maybe if we could have learned this thing a little bit earlier. Right. So our testimony is, hey, we didn't get it right away, but you get it because that's why we're on here. Right. Listen to what your kids are saying, because maybe that could help you maneuver through some things a little bit quicker.
Yes. They definitely learn from what you did well, and they learn from what you did not do well. And if you're teaching your children to think, and that was one of the things in our house.
Think, Mr. Mac Glass.
Below basic.
If you can think, you can solve the problem. Right? It kind of took me off. So what I do want to say this about you two before I asking this question. I want to say publicly, I don't know if I said it to the girls yesterday, and I want to say it to you all too. We realize something about you. We realize that you have surpassed us.
Yes, you did.
On almost every spoke of the wheel. When we were your age, you far beyond where we were at that time. Financially, career, relationship, mentality, maturity, just far beyond us.
Fatherhood, motherhood, sisterhood, brotherhood, all those good things.
Yes. And to you two specifically, I'm going to say it while I got you here. So I say thank you to you two. I said this to Doobie before, and he flipped it back around on me. But when Doobie was helping me fix the fence. But I thank you guys for raising me. See, I don't think I would have manned up the way I manned up if I didn't have to look you in the eye, and watch you, mature into the men that you are. So thank you for that. You raised me. You helped turn me into a man.
That's funny you say that, because that was part of my message to my daughter this morning for happy birthday.
Wow.
Literally part of what I said there today. So
Wow.
that's crazy. You said that. Yeah.
See? I must be pretty smart though if I'm thinking like Doobie.
I want to say to you guys, when I come to your houses, when I leave, I leave out. I know Tori's crying. I know I'm getting like that. New's getting like that. But I leave out and I say to New, look at our sons.
Yes.
Like, look how they are with their wives.
Yes.
Look how they care. I mean, I know you're going to care for your kids. I know that.
Yes.
But when I see how you love your wives and how I always say to my husband, I always say, when I mention something, little Noodle say, well, let me talk to Drina. And Doobie says the same thing. Well, let me see what Jade thinks. And that just makes me, I don't care if I'm asking you for something. I love if you want to talk to your wives first. To me, that just lets me know whatever we did to help participate and support that, we are so thankful that is the way you see it. Let me check with my wives.
So I was going to talk to y'all about that because, y'all put a little strain on the bruh. I got to step my game up.
I was just over here thinking, oh, she talking to Pops right now.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
We leave your crib.
Hey, she had to find a window. She had to find a window. You know what I mean?
I really am not. He already talks to ask me first.
I was like, I got to talk to the brothers.
No, you don't.
Thaw that down a little bit.
No, you don't. You already talked to me. I just love seeing it. I promise you, I'm not talking to your papa. I'm real direct. If I would tell him. But I'm so proud of you guys. And my girls, you guys it just melts my heart every single time.
Yeah. So we only have Doobie for a few more minutes because he's got to go get Jada. So can you tell us something that you do as the man of the house, as the patriarch, as the, however you have set up your, the structure in your house? What do you do to help you and your wife stay positive about your marriage in those stressful seasons?
So as far as Tori crying, I just see the pop on the screen. As far as keeping things the right way, for me, I've always tried to speak about where we're going. That's always what I'm talking about. So sometimes, even if she's like stressed out about something, like in the moment, I'm always looking at the next thing. Like, yeah, but that's only for right now. We got X, Y, and Z coming up. Right. Like, where life for us is about to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
So I always stress the next thing. Where are we headed next? And then also remind her of, like, sometimes I'll send her a picture of like a old picture of me and her, like a wedding day picture or an old picture when we first started dealing with each other. It's like a reminder of like, okay, don't forget where we came from now. You know what I mean? Like, don't forget your boy done swooped you off your feet. You know what I mean? Don't forget that. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes that helps with the morale in the household. Yeah. So sometimes they got to feel like they're still feeling the same love. And to not feel that sometimes in the moment of a stressful moment, you don't feel it. So a reminder sometimes helps with that. So
that's so
strong.
Good.
That's strong. That shows your wisdom about women too. The feeling part.
Yeah.
That's heavy. I'm stealing that one, bro. Y'all taking notes.
like I still have the day I met up with her, I still have the phone number that she wrote on the paper. I still have that paper.
Really?
I still have it. Yeah.
Goodness.
I still have it. And it's crazy. I have it all after all this time. It got a little messed up a little bit. I still got it. So like those moments where I show her that, she's like, man, you still holding on to that. I'm like, yeah, that's the first time I actually talked to you, trying to get your number, whatever. She wrote a name. She wrote it in purple letters with a purple heart. So we always use a purple heart with everything. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So she melts. She melts when she sees that one, huh?
I got to put it on a little bit. You know what I mean?
You ain't never in the doghouse. You like, dog what? Dog what?
That's so sweet.
Yes. I forgot the question now. How do you keep your marriage positive? How do you keep things positive in those stressful situations, stressful seasons?
Yeah, I think Doobie hit it, man. Just kind of keeping the main thing the main thing. A lot of the times it's a goal, right? We always remind each other. Some days it's me, some days it's her. Most times it's actually her. Her, I don't know what kind of faith God then gave her, but it's set up a little bit different with her
Yes,
because it's dark sometimes, and she always seems to just feel like it's it's going to be better days, right? So I know it will, but I think sometimes we just got to remind each other that a lot of the things that we go through, if not all of the things that we go through, it's because God allowed it, right? And He knew that we was going to come out, right? He knew that we can handle it, and that's how we kind of look at it, like, oh, okay, this bill came up, or okay, this problem came up. So, oh, God knows that we'll be able to take care of it. It just doesn't feel good right now, but we'll take care of it. The other thing is, and I think this one's a struggle, I haven't figured it out yet, but a lot of it I think comes from me because I can be imbalanced in one way. I can lean more toward logic, and you got to have a plan. We got to have a goal. We got to figure this out and forget to feel anything.
Wow.
I think sometimes when that table starts leaning and I start to see her more stressed out or more snappy or more quiet and reserved, I realize, okay, there's an imbalance there, and then I have to look here, right? Leader of the family, I got to look inside and say, okay, where did I go wrong? Maybe I'm talking a little bit too much about the goal, right? Maybe I just need to sit right here and look up and look around and say, okay, well, we've already accomplished these things. Let's talk about these things. Let's enjoy these things. Let's enjoy these fruits. And then we can move on to the next thing. Most of it, I think, is for her, right? It is for my wife so that she can start to feel good about what she has and what's around her, because I will get tunnel vision, right? I will only see one thing. And when I look up, I've accomplished all these things, but I never took the time to appreciate them. So
celebrate them.
Wow.
Wow, that's so good.
That's why it's called advice from our sons.
That's what it is.
Yes, I'm gonna have to go back and replay that and take a couple of notes. But I love that. And they both had opposite. They hit the thing from the two different sides of the candle. Newt was more planning, goal. Doobie was more feeling
and taking.
But
care
they met in the middle because
Newt,
you realize the planning still comes with the feelings. This is amazing. So having mentioned that, you said something, and I just want to piggyback off of it. So as struggle seasons, things come, has your view of love and covenant and commitment, has it changed? Is it different now than it was on day one?
Oh, you mean as you matured?
Yes.
Yeah, for me it did. For me, love was like this secret, esoteric like concept that you couldn't really grab, right? Like it was something that I knew existed, but I didn't really know if it was for me, if I was, and this is no therapy session, y'all, but if I was like worthy or deserving of it from a woman, right? And that comes from a whole lot of stuff, but I didn't really know that it was like this, right? That it was forever. So what I leaned on and what I still kind of lean on is, again, what I started off by saying, which is the attraction, right? And when I say attraction, I mean like physically, but I also mean like just personality, right?
Yes.
I want to appreciate, to love, to like my partner, and I want the same from her, right? I want her to like me, right? There was a long time where I didn't really care if anybody loved me. It was more about, do you like me? Do you want to be around me? Because that's what lasted. I think as I grew, I start to find the appreciation for love, especially from a wife, and what that means and how to then give that back to my kids and give that back to her. But again, I'll just be honest, for a long time, that didn't matter. You don't need to tell me you love me. I don't really care to hear that. I do want to know, do you like me? Right? You want to be around me? Am I a good person for you?
So how has that love changed you?
I think it just made me see life different. I see people different now, right? I start to appreciate the good and the bad about the person. right? Okay, these are some things that person's working on, but because I love that person, I'm willing to help them through it or back up, take my hands off of it while they work through it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm able to see that and kind of distinguish, where I am in that equation. And I think it also uncovered a part that I'm glad it did, because I don't want to pass that to my son, which is the appreciation for not just marriage, not just love in a marriage, but for women in general.
That's heavy.
Right?
That's heavy.
For what they provide and what they bring to the table.
That's heavy.
And I think that's just, part of just growing up and being a man. But I know specifically for me, it was because I got a wife who I liked so much. It grew into love, and now we're here.
I love that. I love that.
So good.
That was going to be my follow-up question, but I don't have to ask it. Like, how does that play out in your marriage and with your children? But you said it anyway. I don't know, Doobie, you got anything to chime in on that one there?
My boy talking heavy over there.
Did you ask the question again?
But so for me, I didn't know exactly what love really was. Yeah. I knew what love was from me to my daughter. I knew what that kind of love was. And that's different from a relationship kind of love. So when I got married, one thing I always knew was I ain't doing this life thing without her. That's not happening.
Right.
Like, that was a non-negotiable since I met her. You know what I'm saying? So however we had to figure our way out to it, we was gonna figure that out. But then as time went on, I felt like she taught me how to love. And I say that because people that know me, some people are like, oh, Doobie's a mystery sometimes because he don't say much. They think I don't talk, but unless you're around me in certain environments, you see a big personality. But in other environments, I don't say much because I don't like opening up to certain people because my trust for people is very slim. So it was times where I was, with her, and she would say, you got to talk to me. You got to tell me stuff. Like, tell me certain things. Like, she'll ask me about old stuff that had nothing to do with it. She just wants to hear more about my life. And where I was always closed off with things, I learned, to answer the question, I learned how to communicate my life more and learn how to fall in love and be in love by trusting this person with everything that I've been through. So not being able to communicate that stuff prior to was kind of holding back the love that we can share. Looking at today, it's like I can tell her anything with no problem. Whatever the consequence is, it don't matter. At least I can speak to her freely and be honest with her about whatever it is, because I know at the end of the day, she's not in it to get me. She's not in it to be against me. You know what I'm saying? She's in it to actually help me and build me up to be a better person. So.
Love it.
Oh, this is
love
so
it.
good.
Love it.
So good.
Love it. I particularly like how you have noticed that you can share with her more openly and
everything and anything.
That's a key. That's like a master key. A lot of times men, I'm just going to say this, a lot of times we as men, we get guarded for whatever reason. Growing up, what we saw, what we didn't see, what we think macho, I don't know, whatever. We get guarded. And when we get married, that woman, she wants to communicate. She's an internal being. We're external. We can compartmentalize if we want.
Right.
But then when we learn how to talk to her. So like for me, I had a lot of difficulties, some struggles in my life that I was ashamed to talk to Kim about. When I turned and started facing myself, part of that, the healing was to be able to talk to her. So when I could talk to her, her response back to me, I realized, that was my healing years ago.
Right.
All this time, if I would have just said something, then I would have known I'm okay.
Yeah.
And, I can grow from there to wherever it is I want. So the fact that you said that is huge. I mean, it's an earthquake. I don't even know how to say it. That's like if I tell a young man something, that's what I'm going to tell him.
Yeah.
That right there. that said, you know, I didn't even mean to talk this much, but y'all got me.
You see, I let him have all the questions because he's so excited to have you all.
I want to. We got it's 7:11. You got to get off here at 7:15, right?
Give Doobie the first question because he's got to pick up Jada Beta.
So I got like 8-9 minutes.
Okay. So I want to do a rapid round. I want to do a quick round, right? I'm gonna ask 2 questions, right? We did this with the girls yesterday. We're gonna do it with you today. So the first question is this. Sorry about that. How do you handle change when one of you are evolving? How do you help your partner evolve and change into whatever they're growing into?
Speaking life into them. Because we're going to have a lot of change, especially having kids. With women that have kids, their body changes, their everything, their hormones, everything just changes for them. They're trying to find themselves sometimes again. So you got to remind them of who they are, why you love them, that you still love them, even through all of that. So that's what I would say, speaking life.
Love it. Love it. What about you, bro?
Yeah, and I would say just to continue to support and whatever endeavor, if it's I want to go work out or I want to start this new business, I'm just gonna be there for you. And sometimes I gotta learn to just shut up and listen and just hear what she's trying to say and not try to give advice or try to fix whatever problem she's trying to, or she wants to talk to me about. So that's how I just support her.
I'm still trying to learn that one, bro.
I was just about to say that.
I ain't got it yet, but I'm getting there.
Let's still try to learn that. Second one, you ready?
Those are great.
So this is coming from you. If there's anything that we didn't put on the table tonight that you want to share with anyone or whatever, you could drop it in here as well. But here's the question. What advice would you give couples so that they grow together instead of growing apart?
Leave other people out of your situation. It ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. Stop talking all of your relationship and your marriage to everyone. Everything ain't for everybody, man. And some people's perspectives may be different. So a lot of times when, my wife would say something to me, she'd be like, well, this person thing. I'd be like, well, I ain't talking about them. This ain't got nothing to do with them. This is about me and you. I could care less what they think. What do we think? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. I think for me, it would be the first thing is for the wives. I would say always speak life into your husband, whatever his business adventures are, or whatever his thought process is. There, help keep him straight, right? Don't let him veer too far off the road. But speak that life into him. And for any husband or somebody who wants to be a husband, I would say the balance is. Within a marriage is to maintain your sense of confidence, be confident in your leadership role, but be humble enough to accept criticism and understand when you're veering off, right? Hear that wisdom and that advice from your wife.
That's a whole nother hour-long conversation that we need to have. Because that's missing. Because
it's like if you're too confident, you can't hear.
Right. Yep.
Right. And if you're too almost, I wouldn't say too humble, but almost like passive, then you can't assert, you can't go. Right. It's like you're stuck. You won't move because you won't make a decision. So be confident in your decision making, but be humble enough to just listen.
Yes. Listen, I don't want to hold you all any longer. I think you dropped some nuggets, some pearls, some diamonds for individuals. We've been watching the chat. The replay will go around and we'll share this with others. Is there anything that you want to add to this conversation or that you want to share that you might be doing now and let everyone know you're doing?
Information or
I'll say a couple things. One, as far as the marriage stuff is concerned, tell me the truth. I just wanted to point that out. Like, I don't like sugar-coated stuff. Like, tell me the truth. Like, if something ain't good, tell me it ain't good. If something is ugly, tell me it's ugly. I don't like beating around the bush. I think that'll help in marriages as well. As far as things that I'm doing, I still coach high school football at Eastern York High School. That's where I'm at right now. And I train receivers, on the side. And other than that, I'm working on some music stuff with some of my guys from the Young Delphonics thing that we were doing. So we're still working on that. But other than that, That's about it, man. I keep it real simple. Stay out the way.
I love it. I love
How
it.
can they find you? Say your
I'm Doobie Dorm on any platform.
Doobie Dorm,
Doobie Dorm on every
every
platform.
platform.
Bird and the Midnight Falcons.
Proud of you, bro. But no, for me, it's just I live off the 4 F's. You know, something I learned as I was pledging for Kappa Alpha Psi. It's just the first thing is faith, right? Got to keep that first in your life. The next thing is family, comes next. And then for me, it's finances. Get your finances straight, make good investments, think about what you're doing with your money. And then the last one is friendship, right?
Yes.
Building those friendships and those connections, those things are important. I think those things kind of help build a good man, right? A wholesome man. And then you'll be able to lead your family a little bit better.
Right. Well, we love you guys, and we thank you for the time you spent with us today. And, you know, whatever you need, you know, holler. We gonna come running. I know y'all come running for me, so we gonna come running for you. I don't even know what else to say. I don't know how to end this one. You got a way?
No, I know that my son has to go get my grandbaby, but I just want to thank you guys for coming on. Thanks for sharing with us. It helps us whenever we hear our kids speak.
Right.
We'll be talking about this all night for sure.
But I also wanted you guys to speak and I said it to the girls and say it to you because I want you to know how powerful you are. You are world changers. You're game changers. You're Michael Jordans. You know, you're LeBrons. Your Deons, you know, your Dr. J's. When you come in the game changes. And I know you know that. I said it to you coming up, and y'all be like, no, I know you've noticed that in life now. When you step in the game, something changes. So I wanted to support that wisdom and that fire that's in you because you have something that's super special. You two are just magical young men. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah. And then for other families who are out there, people who have sons or daughters, just know that your hard work is not in vain. And just take a little page out of their book. You know, there weren't things that were perfect in our relationship. However, look how great these two young men have grown up to be and are doing in their family. So don't give up. Keep praying over your sons. Keep loving on your sons. Keep pushing. Keep working. Keep you and your relationship first. Show them how to treat their wives or their husbands and let that be a guide for them.
Teach them how to think.
Teach them how to think.
Teach them how to think, because when you jack something up, they'll think about how to do it right.
They'll do it the best way.
All right, y'all. Peace and hair grease. We'll see you back here tomorrow evening at 6:30 for the next episode.
Tomorrow is Love in the Kitchen. So I'll be posting the recipe that we're cooking. You can post the recipe. Take a look. You might get something in your inbox. We are going to cook in the kitchen.
Y'all don't have to.
No. Excuse you. What this is so sometimes we are too busy. We don't get a chance to work together. And so maybe the kitchen cooking is our time that you might have to do what you have to do. But we'll be on here tomorrow making Marry Me salmon.
Is that what it's called? Okay.
That's what it's called.
All right. We see you tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m. here at Launch with Kim and Dr. Newt on Facebook, or YouTube is our Launch 360 TV. We love you. We love you. We'll see you next time.
Thank you, sons.
See y'all later.
Bye-bye, dude.
We back.
Okay, it's day 3. It is Wednesday, and we have our handsome sons.
That's right.
On
we got
tonight.
we got the brothers in the house.
Conversation with our sons. As you saw yesterday, we had oh my God. As you saw, we had conversations with our daughters yesterday, and it was so wonderful. And now we're moving on to hear from our sons.
And real talk.
Wait, hold on, girls, you hear him? So anyway, it's 28 Days of Love. We're so excited. This is day 3. Our sons are here. We'll be on tonight at 6:30 on Launch with Kim and Dr. Newt on Facebook.
You'll be able to get a different perspective tonight from the males' standpoint of any impact that marriages have had on their choices and how they're operating in their marriages. And you'll be able to, be more present for your children and guide them as they move into that phase of their life. So we think this is a very, very, very important.
It is.
And I'm just so thankful that our children are willing to do this. This is priceless.
All right, so we'll see you tonight right here at
Launch 360.
Kim and Dr.
Launch on Facebook.
And on YouTube, Launch 360 Space TV. And so we'll see you tonight.
6:30 p.m.
for 28 Days of Love. Okay, guys.